What up, YouTube? It's your boy. Yeah, well, Truck and J back at it again. Go ahead and get upstate New York. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and subscribe to the video. Alright. Let's get it traveling. Yellow. Yo. Shit. Get up this hill. Shit. Yeah, let's get up there and get loaded, man. It ain't doing nothing on YouTube, marketplace right now. As soon as I go ahead and sell the shit, watch motherfuckers start calling. Them shit's heavy as hell. I get money for both of them heavy motherfuckers. Money for both of them shits. I'll do all that shit. Hey, good morning, Angie, baby. Starting late today. What up, the Beast? Good morning, the Beast. Good morning. Starting late today. I got back late last night, so it's gonna be one of them days. Let me get right back with y'all. I'm about to jump out the truck real quick. Alright, there you go. I'm about to jump out the truck. Get right back with you. Yeah, well. Get to the spot. Get up on this highway right now. Yeah, Tabea called me. We was on the phone. Bugging the hell out. Yeah, we was on the phone yesterday, and yeah, called me up. The shit funny as hell. Let's get this highway real quick. think it's gonna be another rain out up here. Yeah, clouds look a little crazy right now. There's another rain out up there. And tomorrow, like I was coming back yesterday, the whole truck was running. I was sitting about 82, 83,000, the whole truck was running with dripping. What's up here is crazy. Crazy up here yesterday. The whole truck was dripping. 82,000 pounds. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Diamond. Good morning, Diamond. Good to see you. Good morning, good morning. The beast. I got hold of the beast. Let me do something with you real quick. There you go, my brother. You got it in there, man. I ain't doing shit, man. Yesterday was my birthday. Getting back at 9:30 at night. I probably depends. If I don't go to the port today, then I probably go out and shit, man, and do something. But I don't know, man. Like, you get older when you turn another age. It's like you just want to make sure you still put one foot out the bed and shit. You want to make sure you can wiggle your toes and wiggle your hands, fingers and shit. Eyes still functioning. So turn 53, you just be like, all right, your fingers still work. And you gotta do when you turn, you get your 50s, you gotta do a body check. You gotta make sure your hands working, your toes working, your eyeballs still blinking, you still gotta make sure you got facial movement and shit, man. This shit crazy, man. But you gotta do a wellness check on yourself when you turn 53. You gotta do a wellness check, like, man, I can still move around and shit. Yeah, I'm good, man. You gotta make sure the shit back in place, shit, man. You can jump up, do a little jumping jacks, little push-ups. You gotta make sure you're still good out here, man. You gotta do a wellness check on yourself. People understand that shit, man. I'm good, man. I woke up yesterday feeling great, other than, coughing, sneezing, cold, and sinus, and all that shit up there on this mountain, but I woke up overall pretty good. When you get to experience your life, you get to the age like at 53 now, I look at shit out. You get to look at shit different, old wise. You're supposed to look at it different, old wise. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta look at shit different. You can't be acting a fool and do all this shit. And you start looking at other people telling you, they in their 30s, they look like hard 60s. Shit, they be like, what's the secret? I can't tell you the secret. I can't tell you the secret of long life, how you keep yourself looking good. I don't know. Life is crazy, life is different, man. Up days, man. You gotta do wellness check on yourself. Check around and shit. You know, it's crazy because I'm like, hey, fingernails ain't yellow, they still pink and shit. My eyes ain't yellow and shit. My eyes still white. You know, it's a lot of shit. You gotta cut a lot of shit out. Kidneys and all that start failing. Body parts start changing. Diabetes, high blood pressure. Unfortunately, you know, the good thing I don't have none of that. You know, I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. You know, I don't have kidney problems. You gotta take care of yourself, man. That's how people like, you know, why are you so active? You need to calm down. Nah, I think me being active and stay moving and fixing and working on shit, it keeps me motivated, keeps me still that, you know, young at heart, whereas I can still do things. But laying around miserable and feeling sorry for yourself and dumping on yourself and, you know, not doing shit with life, nah, that shit aged the shit out you. Beat your body up and beat your mind up, man. Nah, hell no. I'm still doing something. Always, man. I'm always gonna do something, man. You know, if I gotta get outside like other day, I was outside all that. Why would I pay somebody to do that? I need that exercise. You get older, you need the exercise. You gotta move around and work, man. You paying motherfuckers to cut no grass and chop no trees down. care of yourself. Take care of yourself. A lot of stuff that you do, you can still do it. Cut back, do the minimum. I think, you know, as far as being out here, I think I did a good thing. It's going on what, 10 months that I cut out. Well, I haven't drunk so I don't drink about so. Cut the Red Bull out about 8 months. Just cut that shit completely out of my system. I think that helped a lot too. Cutting out the Red Bull. I don't drink soda and shit. So, you know, you won't even find soda in my house. None of that shit. Then, you know, every now and then I make my own juice and all that shit. So, I ain't really no health conscious person like that. A lot of shit that, you know, once your body rejected, that can, you know, that shit talk to you, man. You can't be doing that. You know? Unless you're trying to eat something, you burp, you taste the food, the body don't want that shit in your system. I just can't, you know, see myself drinking, throwing up all day. You got yellow shit coming out your stomach, and you got headaches, nauseous, dizzy. Like, who want that shit for you? Drinking all day. That shit ain't no good. So you go for his head and shit. That shit eat you up inside. So my brother father, he was young. His father passed away from corrosion of the liver. Man, he runs like that. Yeah. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody in the chat, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you can, subscribe to all of the moderators that's in the building, those with channels. Appreciate y'all riding with me on this Friday morning full of misted clouds and a little bit of rain every now and then. Talk about health and wealth, man, I'm sure it's, I don't know. But I'm people keep saying, you're not old, why you keep saying that? Hey, anything will affect me is old. I like saying it because it sounds funny as hell to me. I'm gonna tell you like this. Knock on wood, right? To survive the whole 53 years, there have not been in nobody county jail, no prison, none of that wild shit. I think that's a compliment for any man, especially a black man. At my age, I ain't been in nobody county jail, prison, none of that wild shit. Man, look, none of that. Alright, I got you. You know, paid my child support, paid all of that, took care of that. I can be honest with y'all. I done did all that, but just to be 53, ain't got no jail stories to tell y'all. They ain't been there. They sure ain't going there. Nah, I think that's a good accountable for you. Anybody can go 53 years and say, can't tell you nothing about prison without one number. I wasn't there. I don't like putting the word never out there, so I try to work around, talk around the whole never shit. The shit just happened so damn fast. Show a speed meter. Show speed. That don't make no sense. And you know what that would do for you and for who people watching? That's a driver distraction, right? That's a driver distraction. For me to take and show you the camera in my hand, take focus off the road just to show you a speed meter, nah, that wouldn't make no sense. That wouldn't make no sense. That wouldn't make no sense. Then that make me, that's like you put me what they call a trick bag around here in seconds. Me taking the camera just to show you the speed. Damn it, when you're on control, you let me control that. Well, you know, you can stay where you're at. I ain't gonna get you out of there. That wouldn't make no sense, man. After going on 33 years of driving, I would let you trick me into showing you a speed. Just take my word for it. Hey, if you got a speed meter, you can clock it. You got a speed meter right now, clock my speed. So you tell me how fast I'm going. All right, let's do that. Tell me how fast I'm going. All right, tell me that. Get in the chat. Tell me how fast I'm going. You gotta tell me how fast I'm going. Work with that. You know what I'm saying? Entertain me. I'm trying to see how fast I'm going. too. Play music in the truck. Why would I do that? It's copyright strike. Come on, you gotta troll better than that. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. You gotta troll better than that, man. Show you play music? Come on. You gotta do better than that, man. If you're gonna troll me, you gotta be a good troll, bro. Been around here too long and get put in the trick bag. You gotta show me something better than that. Come on, come with something better than that. Left leg close to the right, left leg close to the right. Come on. You gotta show me something different. You control me. You gotta say something. Hey, you might want to sit there. Hey, as long as you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, you can get all the music you need. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can get all the music you need. You know what I'll do? I roll the window down and I let the air sing for you. Alright? So you get that. I give you one horn, and I let the window down for you. That's your music. Alright? You just be one with nature. Alright? I give you one horn and let you hear the air. Then you just be with nature. That's all. That's all, man. You get all that shit. And then if it rains, you get the raindrop, that be your tune. Alright? Now I'm about to get off, grab some coffee, keep it moving. Enough, yeah, I have enough food to get back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, buddy. One dude out the chat yesterday, I think it was the other day, came in, he said, some white guy, came in and said, why you parked so close to that truck? And I'm looking at the screen like, the screen was open wide, so I ain't feeling to it. Then he said, well, that's showing bad behavior. I'm gonna have to contact YouTube and let them know you parking behind trucks too close, and that's bad behavior. I spammed his ass and I blocked his ass out the chat. Get up out of here, bro. So I'm gonna spam you back to YouTube and I'm gonna block you. I got him about it. You know, bad behavior because I'm parked next to a truck. Get your weird ass up out of here. I got him out of here. I don't know who he was. I'm gonna contact YouTube and violate you for bad behavior for parking close to a truck. Find these people. I got his ass about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. That's all it was. That's all it was. That's why I got him about it. That didn't take long. That took a second. Yeah, he was typing away, too. Typing away. Typing away. I got him about it. He was looking, I think the avatar was like Edward Scissorhands, or he was looking like Edward Scissorhands. You know, I got his ass about it. I see the face and the hair sitting all up in the air. Yeah, hair with scissor hands. I don't know. Yeah, hair with scissor hands. Can you imagine it? Waking up and you got Edward Scissorhands and the Candyman standing right next to each other. Shit. Other night I played myself, right? I called myself kicking my dogs out, right? That tiny little ass. So, damn it, I called myself kicking the dogs out. Shit. So I opened the door, told the pit bull to get up out of here. I told the Jack Russell to get up out of here, right? So they both jumped off the porch, no leash, ran in the woods. And I looked at Gizmo and said, free at last. He back by herself, right? Gizmo, the dogs get on my damn nerves, right? Gizmo looking at me like, yo, why you kick about this shit? So hour later, the pit bull come back from out the woods. She's on the porch staring at me, her ears in the back of her head. So I smelled something in the woods, but I'm like, what the hell is that smell? But I couldn't put my hand on it, right? Ain't no smell was. So I let the pit bull back in. She was smelling real bad, and you know, my sinus wouldn't allow me to really track the smell. So the Jack Russell come back. He's standing by the door. I went to go try to grab him. He goes back outside, rumbling through the bushes. I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. So he comes back. I get him in the house. I get up in the morning. The whole house smelled like a skunk. I'm going in the back room like, what is that smell? It smell like a skunk. They got a truck full of business. So apparently they got into a scuffle with a skunk. And the Jack Russell went back out there. That's what he was rumbling for. So I get him outside. I'm mixing. I got coconut conditioner with lime, kiwi lime in it. And I got some strong dog shampoo detergent. The pit bull was sprayed in the face. And for some reason, Roscoe was sprayed under the nuts. I don't know if he was fighting it or he was trying to hump it. But he got sprayed up. I get him outside, I'm washing the hell out of him. So that's what the hell I get for trying to kick him out and then run back to bullshit. So now my clothes smelling like skunk. I gotta air the house out. I went to 2 cans of Lysol because I be acting paranoid and shit. I can't do smells. I'm spraying the house up with Lysol and shit. And now I get the dog smelling good. But it ain't made no sense. My homeboy was telling me to use tomato sauce. I ain't had no damn tomato sauce. So I ended up with a little bit of vinegar. And this shit was wild. I know now I can't kick them out because they stupid. So I don't know what happened to the skunk. I just know the pit bull was sprayed in the face and the damn Jack Russell was sprayed in the nuts. Shit, it don't add up. It don't add up. Don't get a Jack Russell. Avoid forgetting the Jack Russell. Good dog, but hard-headed as hell. Maybe they listen, but they're hard-headed. Go ahead and get a cup of coffee real quick. So now they aired out. I had to air the house out with 2 cans of Lysol. Now I wish I had some old school incense because that would have killed it. But shit. Let me run in here real quick, man. Grab me a cup of coffee. I'll be right with y'all. Yeah, Gizmo's still around. Gizmo's still around. You see, when they ran out, Gizmo just stood there looking at me. I said, come on, Gizmo. Gizmo came back in the house. So Gizmo ain't with the bullshit. You want the Reese's and the cherry Coke? I got you. Yeah, me go ahead and grab me a coffee. Be back with y'all. Hey, let me show you something, right? This when I be on that bullshit. I don't drink soda. I give it to somebody, but you're gonna definitely eat the Reese's, right? Who's that? There you go. If you're gonna eat this though, I'll be right back. get up out of here. Alright, let's get up out of here. Close on that end. I don't want to rock this shit off the cliff. I don't want to do that. Yeah, that shit too close on that side. cops over here coming up in the intersection. Well, an hour ahead of me. About a half hour to go for that point. Right now, we're cutting into Kirkwood, thinking to New York, upstate New York now. It's definitely upstate New York. You see a lot of trees, mountains and shit. Appreciate y'all being in the chat. Hit that like button in the chat. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Subscribe to the channel. If you feel like donating the super chat, you can do that also. Buy a gift, you can do that. Share it out in social media platforms. Hit notifications. Usually I'm out here like between 6 and 7 in the morning. When I got up work last night, by the time I got to bed, it was already super late. So I'm tired as hell. But still got up. Got out here at least make something happen for the day. I could just stay at home. But I made something happen. Hey, hey, Diamond, you been following that? The story in Texas, I've been following it somewhat, saying they got a serial killer in Texas. Been following that? I know it should be big down there. I know what you really be in. And I know they have the same issue going on up in upstate New York that they don't talk about it. They don't have, or they already found about 6 to 8 young black girls up here already killed upstate New York. They were saying they got a possible serial killer down there in Texas. Yeah, I know they found some young girl. They say found some young girl recently. Body dismembered this shit. Reading a stack that thousands of black girls go missing every year. Up to 10,000 black girls go missing every year. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, 55, 50 cops out here don't play around up here. They do not play up here. Cops right here in New York State. And they ain't in the middle right here on the left. You gotta, when I go around this turn, there's enough 8 cops up here do not play. Yeah, people is crazy, but there's there's a book that I found, I came across, me, React, Sage, the kids were talking about it. There's a book that I came about, there's an autobiography on, the book is about slavery, and not just slavery, but it is slavery though. Crazy shit though, and a delicacy for black folks, for slaves. And then, you know, a lot of slave owners was eating the slaves. And that's just a fact. But if you catch this book, it's autobiography on, matter of fact, it's on YouTube. Put in slave, I think it's like Slave Masters Eating the Slaves. It's a crazy book. And they was selling the book at Amazon, but you couldn't get it. But they do have the autobiography on YouTube. Crazy book. It had a lot to do with, you know, just enslaving people, having sex with them, men and women, and then at the same time eating them. I mean, straight up eating them. There's a book on YouTube, autobiography book on YouTube, audio book on YouTube, and the guy, he reads, he talks about it, I agree, shit on it. Think about how a lot of people back then was hurt let food run away. So if they was using black slaves as human consumption and was pissed off that now you have to go out there and find your own food, that's crazy. Just to even think about that shit is crazy. That's why I always wondered why the terminology came from dark meat and light meat. I never thought that shit came from no damn chicken or came from no damn pig or any damn animal. Dark meat, what you want, the dark meat or the light meat? I ain't never in my life knew that shit came from no goddamn pig, chicken, any animal. You want the light-skinned Negro or you want the dark-skinned Negro. That's all that shit was. They tell me, every time I look at it, I cut chicken open like I get a chicken and gut it. And I ain't never seen no dark meat or no light meat. 100 with you. I seen what the damn chicken was offering, but I ain't never seen no dark meat. Like I had showed somebody a piece a chicken thigh, and they was like, see, that's light meat. That's dark. How the hell is that dark? Any chicken that's dark ain't no good. If you cut a chicken open and you see dark meat, that ain't no good. That shit bad meat. That shit stinks. So, nah, I don't want to go all far left with it, but I never believe in that dark meat and light meat shit they was saying. When you go get food, you get the dark piece of the meat, and you get a thigh, wing, and the breast. Yeah, that thigh, wing, and breast. That's the thigh, wing, breast of a human. You get a thigh, you get the tenderloin. So you want somebody to cut the half of your ass cheek off, balls. You want somebody to cut that off, and you want to cook that? Oh, no, man. It's crazy though. It's crazy. You get to think about a lot of this wild shit that was out here. You a free slave? How am I eat? How am I eat? What am I gonna eat now? You gonna starve my people because you want to free them? What the hell am I supposed to eat? They weren't going out there hunting. Half of these fools didn't even have no weaponry to hunt. They had no weapons and all that shit. So where was they going to hunt? What, hunting nothing? Just eating people? Sounds crazy, but what was they hunting? I'm gonna tell you like, all I know is this. When you catch an animal, you hang an animal. You split an animal from the center, cross down by the waist, or the vagina, whatever's at. Let everything come out, and you let it bleed. And from that point, you let it dry out. You chop, chop, chop. You separate the body parts you want to give people to eat. The same thing when it came down and hanging the slave. Hang him, cut his hands off, split them through the middle, open them up, let it come out, chop them up, and you spread them. What's the difference? But this is crazy, it's fast. Today Friday, right? Lucky ain't Friday the 13th, because I'm going to fuck off. But it ain't Friday the 13th. It ain't Friday the 13th, so we can't go left like that. So. Think about it. Now I'm gonna go left right here, right? Now, the word serial killer, right? Where did they get that from? Okay? Then when you go eat cereal or milk, right? You eat cereal, I guess you're a cereal eater. So if you're running around here unaliving folks, you a cereal unaliver. So you do the same thing when you eat multiple brands of cereal. Strange that. Strange that. So you got cereal unalivers running around here snatching up people. What you think they really doing? They eating. They eating. What did Donald Trump crazy ass say? They eating the cats, they eating the dogs? Yeah, that's what they really do. I'm not talking about blacks or Haitians. I'm talking about folks that's running around cereal unalivers that put them in the basement, put them in cages. You know? People really don't understand how it works. It just make you think. It just make you think. What you think when people start playing with words and you wonder why would they use the word cereal for the same thing, even though it might be spelled different, but the same for no damn spelled different, but it's still the same shit. Now watch how people put words together. Like you got young men in jail right now for crimes they never did. You know why? Because the DA said a word a certain way that had you thinking that you wasn't going to jail. And then when they turn around, they come in and put handcuffs on you. And you be like, yo, I thought I wasn't going to jail. If I told you what you wanted to hear. And they're going to turn around and tell you, well, I didn't say it like that. This the way I said it. You interpret it wrong, but I'll put it like this. I told you you were going to jail. Now you look sitting there looking stupid because you couldn't understand what the hell she just said, so you sit there and rat it on everybody. And that's what happens. So people love to be word shit and you don't understand. It's all the same shit. It's all the same way. Watch how people say shit too. They mean it. They say some certain shit, they mean it. That you don't understand it. They know what they mean. Alright. Come a chicken truck. It's a chicken truck right here? Or it's a cattle truck? Oh, cattle truck. Anything on it? Nah, that's just be stinking. Cattle truck. Just stink really bad. Yeah, they be having the cows on there. And they be shipped all over the place. Cattle truck. Moving cows, sheep, pigs, goats. They make big money doing that. Cattle trucks make big money doing that. They was moving slaves in the trucks too. Put that in English, my boy. Where they getting all this meat from in these? That's why when you go to some steakhouses, they leave the meat out front. They want you to look at it and see it. And I think that's a better choice. They have the meat sitting right out front in some of these steakhouses, but you can see the meat sitting in the glass. Other than they going in the back, take a chunk out of an armpit, slap that shit on the grill, throw some seasoning on it. And you come back, you don't know, you eat armpit steak. You don't know where it come from. Go and pick what you want. Still going on to this day. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised that these people running around here. You know how back in the day they used to say they taking organs. Nah. Yeah, it was taking them. It was eating them. They eating the whole body up around here. Slow it a little bit. Exactly. I don't know what they did. I couldn't read that shit. I get that a lot when I'm, when I ain't got nobody in the, nobody's in the chat, the moderator. I get that a lot. They come through, write me whole paragraphs and shit. I don't know what they talking about. Then you have somebody else come in and read it, and then they start arguing. I don't even know what they're arguing about. hardcore audience is overseas, like Russia, Ukraine, Africa, like Courtland. That's what they say. I don't know. I guess they like the truck shit. The trucks that we have here are way different from the trucks they have over there. They got more of the flat nose, Scandinavian camo trucks we used to have. In the early 70s and 80s, they don't have them trucks anymore. They still got them around, but they don't have them. Why you keep coming back to Europe and shit and get timed out permanently? Maybe we say that bullshit. You bloody, no, you bloody, Everybody in the chat bloody and shit. I had to get him out of here and shit. They probably did go the hell off with each other, so that's how y'all both get the boot. Find another open chat. Get to arguing and shit. You get the weird shit. You get the weird shit in the chat. You get him out of here. I'll make it back to the boat. By the time I get up here and get loaded, yeah, so I'll make it back to the boat. I ain't got no plan to go back down. I gotta hope there's Saturday work. You can't work on Saturday. That's it. And I have to, when I did Diamond, I started my own hot shot company. You know, thanks to Stacy, thanks to Crown Key for, you know, pushing me and shit, keep me focused. But I started my own hot shot business. This right here, you'll start seeing me more in the pickup truck in a minute. You'll start seeing more of me in the pickup truck. So hopefully I go pay my insurance, my own authority insurance tomorrow. I get that out the way. And I'll be out there hustling, and get the company up and running. So I already did the whole company bank, LLC, bank with the state of Pennsylvania, and that is registered in the state. And I got one more thing to do. I gotta make sure she's DOT compliant with the medical part of it, like clearinghouse and all of that. I make sure I get that. That got to make sure I gotta do that. I think that's one more thing I gotta do that. That's $234. Then I gotta pay for authority insurance. All of that tomorrow. So hey, that's why I gotta get out there and get the money. I hope I can get myself a trailer. But yeah, little ass in my house. I do what we gotta do. So I'm gonna have to hit the road around it. So pretty much what I want to do is, you know, run from like PA to the southeast, like down to Florida, anyway from Jersey to Florida, Texas, Louisiana, stuff like that. Come back up because I don't want to run up north. You can have that winter shit. I don't want to run out towards Ohio and all of that, Maine and Rhode Island. They got New York City. They can have all. I don't want none of that shit in the wintertime. I'm trying to run down and across. I'm trying to run away from the snow. I'm trying to run away from that shit. I'm not trying to run in it. Shit. Live in this shit. That's what I've been doing. They work out tomorrow. That's it. I already have my DOT number, my MC number, I have all that already. And you know, driving trucks going on 33 years. So I figured I'd get in a pickup truck and kind of lighten the load for us, the overhead, parts, breakdowns, and all that shit. Since I'm already mechanically inclined, I'll bring a tool bag with me. You know, make sure I got some tool bag so I can work my shits right. Rely on the service and the service phase and all that. So it's a difference like this, right? You blow a steer tire in the truck. Just for a steer tire now, they're gonna run you because they $700. One steer tire on the truck is $700. So depending on the name of the brand, 2 steer tires in the truck will rush you for. They're gonna run you $1,400, right? Depending on the name of the brand. But if it's a roll call service, that tire that went from $700 then went to $1,000 per tire. Then once they bring you that $1,000, you have to pay for. You have to if it's a roll call service call, right? Now you got to pay for them to come to you. They can take up to an hour, 2 hours. They get there, slap on a brand new tire for about $1,000. Now you have to pay for them to go back. So that one tire gonna cost you $2,000 now. Now if you're doing it on a pickup truck, so all you gotta do is drop the wheel from the bender, grab it off the back, lift it up, you know, grab an air gun, take off the 6 to 10 bolts, switch it out, do it yourself, that's it. You don't have to call nobody. You know, that's the way I'm looking at it. You don't have to call nobody. You know, if your truck dies and you do an alternator job, that's easy. 2, 3 bolts on top of the engine. With a tractor, it's 2 bolts, but you gotta call roadside. Roadside come get you. and then roadside feel as though he don't want to do the job, he gonna tow you to a shop. Now you done went from paying just a regular service call to him calling the tow truck. Depends on where you go. That's anywhere from $100 to $1,500. Depends on where he got to tow you, and that's not even a job. You still got to change the alternator. You still got to change the starter. So I'm just trying to cut all that in half and shit. That's all. So I'll switch it up. But I'm keeping my CDL license though. I ain't letting that go because they make it hard for hotshot drivers out here now that don't have a CDL license. So if you have a CDL license, keep the CDL license when you're doing hot shots because you make a little more money with a CDL license anyway. But don't let your license go. Hell no. Don't let your license go. Crazy, right? We be in the port. There be a lot of trucks in the port. We all frustrated. We all mad. Port's bullshit. Port's got you the whole day long. Then you have a hot shot coming in, pickup truck with a flatbed parked next to you, get a container and roll out. When I seen that shit in the port, I said, nah, I'm on it. Nah, you tell me you can do this and make it life easier? Nah, can't be. Gotta be a better way. Gotta be a better way. Well, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about the dude in front of me. I ain't seen nobody pass me yet, so I don't know if he's in the bushes watching me go past trucks. I don't know. You got me specific with the truck. Alright, so right now we're in Courtland right now. Alright, that's probably down. Got the lights on, strobe lights and all that shit. Well, you got the strobe lights on for me. Really far market. I'll tell you one thing, man. It came out to me really getting switching over. Stacy helped me out a lot. She helped me out a lot as far as going through Legal Zoom and letting Legal Zoom handle everything. So I had to go through Legal Zoom for them to get my LLC, going with that with them and paying for that. Crown on the other end. Pushing and pushing and pushing, keep me focused on it. So you do got some good women in the sector. A lot of people don't understand that shit. So you do have some good women that's in the sector that you could talk to behind the scenes and work with without having to be, sexual and all that shit. Ain't none of that. So you do have some good sisters behind the scenes that you actually talk to and work with, And Stacy, she real Stacy, she real good on research and putting the ducks in order and doing this and doing that. So I do respect Stacy for that. She know how to put her shit together. The Crown know how to word is. Crown is a wordsmith. So Crown know how to get through all of that. So, it's just that everything ain't for content. You understand what I'm saying? Everything ain't for content. So when you talk about behind scenes, that's I look at it like that's y'all really have somewhat of a bond. So that ain't for the fucking internet. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't for the internet. So we work together behind scenes and it's helping me. That's not shit like that ain't for the internet. I don't understand how people can like really, though they just for conversation, know what y'all have, on the internet for views. That ain't for views. Hell no. That ain't for views. So those two sisters helped me out. And I was always be grateful to them for that. That's a fact. Anything over 30 miles an hour, these cops out here. Now this little stretch right here, probably a mile and a half, this is Courtland University, right? This all from the left, they look like little castles, college domes. From the right, college domes. But you gotta do 30 coming through here. Because these cops out here, they don't play. You got state troopers, you got state troopers out here, county cops out here, sheriff department out here, and municipal police. So you got like 3 to 4 different police services over here. And you would have to keep it at 30 miles. If these cops that come out here, these cops, they don't play with you. These college students up here, they don't play about their college up here. They don't play with these kids. Not play up here. These cops will pull you over fast as hell up here. They give you a ticket up here. So they're making this happen. They don't play with these kids up here. You doing anything over 30 miles an hour, they will jump out and get your ass a ticket. Try to keep it at 25. What's up here? Courtland University. Yeah, that's what's up here. Courtland University. The university on the right hand side right here before this crosswalk. It's the university and shit. No white kid tell me Harry speed up. I don't know that fast, buddy. The gang don't work like that. Yeah, the gang work, buddy. fire that work out. Somehow. What's going on in the chat with Tom? With Tim, huh? With Tim in there talking about. I'll read the comments once I get over here. Hey, while you at it, Tim, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, buddy. YouTube shit going on. Yeah, I know I'm up there late. Mine's bad. I love that backward spot. Out here too. You get little dolphins out. One on the right, one on the left. The meth users, man, they trying to grab something and shit. One on the left, one on the right. So you go to Jamestown, New York, the whole town is full of meth addicts. Woo, that's like zombie up that motherfucker. Jamestown, New York, yeah, they caught that flood a couple of years. Google Jamestown, New York, Jamestown. And Google the flood, man, that shit got to the point they would eat each other up there. They had no food, man. They was out there stranded and shit. In Jamestown, New York. Now you go up there now, that whole place. Roads all crumbled up. A lot of meth addicts up there, Jamestown, New York. You'll see. They had a serious flood one year. They motherfuckers started eating each other up there. Cannibalism up there, man. Couldn't even wait till the water, couldn't even wait to catch no floating cabbage and shit. Up there, eat the body parts. Jamestown, New York was rough back in the day, man. Addicts and shit. Walking around like zombies. They look like Patterson, New Jersey. Y'all beat the shits. Anybody on the scale? One truck? Yeah, one truck. Alright, who on the scale? Got one truck on the scale? Yeah, you got one truck waiting. Alright. Shit. It's, I'll wait right here. You got one coming off, one going on. I don't know what he doing. I'm gonna try to. I want to get out the way and shit. I don't know what this guy right here with the empty flatbed, I don't know what he waiting for. He made up here though. He made it. Call me back. Oh, I want to know. I wanted to know if there's a signal to pass the truck. Not really, man. It's up to your discretion. If you feel like driving behind the truck all day, if I'm driving behind you, not really. You gotta watch my signals, man. You gotta watch the signals. If I'm going left, I'm going right. That's how that works. Can you make that turn? Yep. Let's turn right. Or you in the state? No, I'm in the New York State. New York State right now. Land of the free. Yep. Okay. United States. Land of the free, Baja. Okay. What's with free though? It's up to your discretion, man. You know, I can't tell you what's free and what's not free. You know, you can be homeless and you ain't gotta pay for shit. But you still gotta get out there and make your way to eat. You still gotta get out there and hustle, you know. You can be homeless all you want, that's free, but how you gonna feed you? What's the number one thing that annoys me from other truck drivers? Is drifting. You know, if you're tired, just pull over. But that's the only thing that annoys me. If a truck driver driving and he drifting, and he's on the guardrail he's on the shoulder about to hit the guardrail, or he drifting in people's lanes, And then when you pull up on him, either he half sleep or he got the cell phone, you got the cell phone on a selfie, talking to somebody. Shit like that. I've been doing this 33 years. Once you pull it, I have an empty container, 40-foot empty container, nothing on it. I'm coming up here now to get loaded with some water. I try to go back and forth, you know, have a conversation with y'all if it ain't nothing disrespectful. What you got? This is what's the one thing you want of the drivers to know driving along with trust. You have to pay, like I said, you have to pay attention. I've been out here going on 32 years, going on 33. You have to pay attention to the back of the truck. If it's drifting right, drifting left, you have to pay attention to it. You have to pay attention to how far they stay to the right lane, how far they stay to the center lane. Some drivers will ride the damn near shoulder white line because they know how to ride it out. Some drivers, they be all over the place. So you just have to pay. You have to make sure you look left to right, right? That's the first thing. You always got to look left to right, and you have to look far enough ahead. So you have to watch the movement of the traffic to see who's going slow, who's going fast, how fast can you take it. So if you see a driver far enough ahead and you see that he's moving, he's floating, or he's in a line, you already know it's okay to shoot past him. If you see a nervous driver drifting in and out the lane, when you come up on them, sometimes you have to flash them to let them know you're coming. You have to be able to move to the lane. Don't never shift lanes if you're on the back of a driver door, because if you hit those brakes, you're gonna go right through the back door. You have to start moving at least a trailer length. Like if you got 53-foot trailer, about 23 feet before start changing the lane. But that's from observing how far you coming up on the truck. I don't know, it's just like self-done. Been doing it for so long, you'll see it ahead of time. No, I don't think he answered that. Oh, when is my birthday? My birthday was yesterday. Diamond. It was yesterday. I turned 53. I think it was yesterday. Me and Crown Key birthdays on the same day. I didn't see that. My fault. Apologize for that. Yeah, my birthday was yesterday. Yeah, me and Crown Key birthday was September 25th. My birthday was yesterday. Yeah, I turned 53 yesterday. I've been doing this for a minute. Yeah, I've been doing this shit for a minute. Yeah, I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And I feel great though. I feel great. I ain't in no pain. You know, I used to work out a lot. But I ain't in no pain. Man, so ain't stressing over nothing. No disrespect to other people. I ain't walking with no limp. None of that shit. That's why I stay working and stay active. Yeah. That's why, you know, I try to stay active. So I work on everything. You know, people, you know, a lot of people tell me, you need to slow down. Nah, I work on everything, but I don't stress myself. I don't go crazy on it. You know, I take my time. You know, when shit don't look right, I leave, I walk away, I come back the next day. You know, I have a lot of projects. Working on cars. Keeps my mind busy. Keeps your train of thought going. What are you doing? You know, I got, you know, I have 6 kids, so I got that out the way. I got that shit out the way early. 3 boys and 3 girls. I got that shit out the way early. I think a little too early. Not too early, but I had my first kid my senior year in high school. So, my oldest daughter is 33. So 3 girls and 3 boys. That's it. That's it. When I moved to PA, I got away from all of it. I got up out of town and said, I can't do this shit. I think I would have stayed in Jersey, probably had a couple more. Got the hell up out of Jersey. Got up out of Jersey quick. Yeah, it does matter. It matters your front axle, chair axles, yeah, it matters. The front got to be at least 10,000. Can't be over 10, 11, 12, 13, too heavy for the front. My youngest son will be 17 in April. Now, it's crazy, right? Because that's the one, RP, Donna was talking about. She never met him. But them years went past fast. He be 17 in April. Right now he's at a private school, 4-year scholarship paid for. He went and got a 4-year scholarship. That kid very smart. My youngest son, very smart. He go to a private school in Jersey City. Full scholarship, 4-year ride. Yeah, kid very smart. Got a 4-year ride scholarship, paid for everything. I'm gonna tell you, my son won a Nobel Peace Prize when he was 12 years old. When he was going to Mount Prospect Academy in North. At 12 years old, he won a Nobel Peace Prize at 12 years old. Son is very smart, very talented. Bright kid. Now, I don't bring that shit to YouTube and, yeah, my son is very smart. I don't bring it to YouTube and be using that to throw people in the face. Hell no. I'm very smart. Very smart. That's the last one. Alright, that's the last one. Shit. You want kids? Nope. Hell no. You gotta be crazy at my age having kids. I'm 53. I had to come home and deal with dogs peeing in the cage and pooping. That's a different smell when a baby. Hell no. I can't come home to no baby pooping and crying and shit. Now them years are done. I can't do that shit. A dog, I don't have to rock a dog. I leave the ass right there where they at. Baby, you gotta pick her up, you gotta him or she, you gotta rock the baby, sleep. You tired, baby crying, the baby got Tourette's moments. Little baby got Tourette's moments. The baby stuttering when it's crying and shit. I ain't with all that shit. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that. When you picking up dog poop is crazy. A baby poop for you is a whole new different thing. Hey, what up, Ghostface? What up, Ghostface? See you in the building. Yeah, so I can't do that shit. I'm done with kids, man. My days with kids is done. Done, you heard? Done. Can't do that shit anymore. But at 53, I feel good though. At 53, I feel damn good. I feel good at 53. No medical issues, no high blood pressure, no diabetes, no sugar, none of that shit. None of that. See out both eyes. Now Gizmo home. He's not in the truck. Gizmo home. I can see out both eyes and shit. And, you know, I can move my fingers and shit, my toes. So at 53, I feel damn good. I'm pretty good, pretty good. You know, I don't know what 53 is supposed to look like, but yeah, I turned 53 yesterday. You know, I turned 53 yesterday. That's why I'll be trying to get caught up in back and forwards and all that. I know me. I can get petty as shit, but no, I try to stay active. Man. I do all types of shit. I try to stay active. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. So you gotta see my sons look just like me and shit. Man, the oldest two, shit. The oldest two look like my oldest son. He looked just like my twin. He looked identical to me. Same complexion, eyebrows, nose, mouth. He worked out a lot. He worked out a lot. He's somewhat of a bodybuilder. He worked out at the rail yard, but he worked out 7 days a week. Big as hell. And my other son, now, Tamid is what? 6'1", 6'2". Quentin is about 6'3". Now they both work out, but he's a light-skinned version of me. Dreadlocks, big eyebrows, you know, facial hair. Now he's a light-skinned version of me. You know, he about 6'3", 6'4", he tall as shit. He work out too. They both had good jobs. They both got their own place. They both do their thing. You know, knock on wood. I can't tell you about no prison shit because I ain't never been in nobody's prison. No jail, no facility. But them two, none of that shit needed. They work hard, they play hard. I tell you that the one that's going on 17, he got a 4. Oh yeah, he's smart. He's smart, very smart, very smart. All my daughters graduated from college, got college degrees. That's why I be sitting up there trying to like go back and forth, you know, with all of that. My kids did pretty good for themselves. They did pretty dang good. All my daughters went to college, graduated. Like my other daughter, I put that on YouTube. She graduated, you know, through COVID. I put the whole ceremony up on YouTube. All of them got degrees and all that. They doing their thing, so I don't worry about my daughters. I don't worry about my daughters. Yes, yeah, waiting to get up on the scale right here. I gotta wait till the truck get off the scale. I want to line up. That's all. I'll get up on the scale, get up out of here. That kid's doing pretty good. I pay hella child support though, I can tell you that. I paid my child support to the end for all my kids. And I made sure they all got what they want. Not what they needed. No, I made sure they got what they needed, not what they wanted. It's a difference. You know, what they need for school, what they need to get ahead in life. So I was always there for them. So other than that, I don't know where he's going with this. Another truck coming. God damn. I don't know. They should make him back off the scale and shit. Yeah, my youngest son, he got a 4-year scholarship. Like I was telling Diamond, he got a 4-year scholarship, and he, at 12 years old, he won a Nobel Peace Prize at 12 years old. You know, and at that time he was in the Mount Prospect Academy right there in North. So a very smart kid, very smart kid. Like one time, right, he had a spelling bee. And it was crazy. It was him, an Asian kid, an Indian kid, and a little black girl. So it was two left. My son and the little black girl was left. at the spelling bee. But see what happened, my son spelt it right, but he got the definition wrong. The little black girl spelt it right, definition right. Killed it. My son fell apart, man. He was crying in the hole now. He fell apart. He fell apart. Because that was for the Nationals, and my son lost it to a little girl. And, you know, she was an amazing little girl. She spelt the right definition. You know, I had to give a definition, break it down, tell what it means. She ran it, and she won that year. My son, he was hurt. Every year after that, he made sure he was winning it. He made sure he won every year after that. But he did his thing, though. He definitely did his thing. And I give him that. You know, me and his moms don't get along for shit, but, you know, she a good mother when it comes down to his education. You know, she good with it. So I do give her that. I do give her that. Her other daughter, she graduated with a degree in journalism and computer science. So she did that. So yeah. My girls are doing real good. They're doing real good. I get with y'all. Let me go in here real quick. I gotta get way there. I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I always said, there's some good women in this sector though. There's some good women in this sector. Alright, I'll be back to jail to go get signed there so I can get up out of here. At least get loaded. go ahead and go over here and get loaded. Guess he waiting for me, right? Yes, sir. Ain't nobody up there. I might take it to the port, depending on how I'm feeling. I might just say, fuck it, just go home. I might take it to the port, but I feel like driving 4 hours down from here. I might just go ahead and take it home and shit. I need to take care of some business with the bank, with his authority. I need to do all that shit today so I can be on my own come next week. For them, see the big logger trucks coming through. Just gotta wait for. I'm going ahead and truck coming on back. Guys out there in the field working right now. Alright everybody, about to end this live right here. Appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to all of you that came through, the moderators, you know, Damon, riding out, Keisha coming through, Angie baby, You know, who else? Lucy, appreciate all of y'all coming in. Isaac. Hey, Tim, I see you in the building, Tim. I know you was in there. Alright. Who else? I don't want to forget nobody. John Smith and Isaac. Alright, so we can go ahead and get up out of here. Appreciate it. Alright, take care of yourself. It's Friday. I guess probably tomorrow I'll probably go out and enjoy myself and get into something. Not nothing crazy at 53. You want to be able to come home and wake up in the morning. You ain't got time for the bullshit no more. But I'll get at y'all later, kids. Take care of yourself.